In this video, we're going to be looking at how to conduct market review for the weekend. This simply means that you're going to be looking at the market based on what happened in the previous week. And this can easily help your trading to cross over to the next level. As you already know, a lot of traders are struggling, and probably maybe 90% or 95% of traders out there are losing on a daily basis, weekly basis, and so on. So one major thing that can easily change, the results, the outcome for you is what you do during the weekends. It's not just when the match is ongoing, but also when the match is not going. Before the match, after the match, what do you do? Fine. You might have had losses, you might have even crashed an account this week. But what are you going to do after? You need to always go back and then do your review, market review. What happened during the week? Why did the losses occur? Were you meant to take this trade? How did you manage the trade? And then you ask yourself some certain questions, and then you start to jot down the answers. Trust me, market review, especially weekends, right, would always help you with respect to the next week. And then you start to see your trading improve gradually. And that's why if you look at this chart in front of us, right, I'm not going to take much of your time. It's Friday, TGIF. The weekend is already upon us, right? And a lot is already happening, all over the world, depending on where you are, right? As an example, in Nigeria, preparations for elections tomorrow is around the corner. So things are a bit, you know what I'm talking about, right? So based on this chart that we have in front of us, you can see this vertical line. I put this vertical line here to show when the markets opened for the week. And this was 20th, right? 20th of February. That's when the market opened, right? And then look at the direction if you look very well, because from this vertical line all the way down, this is the information for the week. So based on your market review, you should be viewing this information. And if you look closely, right, you'll notice something, that the trend on this Euro USD was down, right? And as it was down, it means that you should be selling. Okay, fine. You placed the trade, it worked, it didn't work, or you didn't even place a trade. Well, what you should be asking yourself now is, fine, if I were to sell in this particular chart, meaning that you want to be a trend trader, remember you could be a trend trader or a counter trend trader. So based on this one, that it was clearly, or rather it is clearly a downtrend, more or less from the beginning to the end, you should now be looking at, let me look at this closely. It's a downtrend. The sellers had it for the week. So if I were a seller, I would have made money, depending on where you enter to sell, right? Are we together? So you should ask yourself, where are those places that I could have entered to sell? That I know once I enter here, the drawdown will be really small, and then you make a nice big chunk of pips, which equals to money. This is market review. Apart from what we have in front of us, right, based on the charts, because we always say it's not always about the technicals at the end of the day. You also need to look into the fundamentals. And then we cross over to the calendar for the week. And once you cross over to the calendar for the week, you now start to investigate, oh, this news, remember it was for Euro USD. So you're going to look for the news that came up for Euros and also for USD. You can see there's an USD here, there's another USD here, and then USD here. We don't have anything on the Euros for this week. And then you start to ask yourself, okay, at this point in time on Tuesday, right, as an example, on Tuesday at this time for the USD, it was what? It was more or less bullish, meaning that you're supposed to be buying the USD during this period. And then you now look to yourself, okay, if I'm buying the USD at this period, that means that for Euro USD, it's a sell. This period, was this a good time to start the sell? Being that based on your chart, you know you're going to combine the fundamentals and technicals. Please do not trade based on the fundamentals alone. Combine it with the technicals. So with this information, you go back to your charts, right? You go back to your technicals. Remember, this is Tuesday, February 21st. Take note of the time, right? That's about 4 p.m. more or less. So Tuesday, February 21st, going back to the charts now, let's go and investigate further, right? And then you now look for 21st, right? You see, as I'm moving the mouse at the bottom here, you'll see which candle it's under, the time and the date. And at that 4 p.m. should be around 16 thereabouts, so something around here. Because this was where we had the news. Can you see? And based on this news, this big candle, let me zoom in a bit, right? So based on this candle, you can see it went up, and this was the news from that 21st, 4 p.m., right? And then you look very well, and then you see, oh, so this candle was this, was bullish, and then it got to a particular area somewhere, and then from there, it started to go down. So this could have been a good area to start that entry for shorts. So you investigate, you look further, and then you try to make something out of what happened in this week, or maybe even the previous week, or maybe the previous month, maybe even last year. So this is a sort of immediate back testing that would help your forward trading. That is, your trading for the next week, the next month, the next year, and so on. This is how you improve. Most people they have losses, and then maybe they throw in the towel, or they get tired, or whatever the case might be. But you need to look further and then ask yourself, based on this, my review for this week, market review, what did I notice? Is it going to help me? How can I take advantage? And trust me, it's only one thing, just one thing. Let me do this. One thing, just one thing that you need to identify from the market and exploit it. Simple. It could be something very small that people are not seeing, but you are able to see from your review. And then you keep on testing it, back testing it, and seeing every week, did this happen? Did that happen? Before you know it, you're taking your trading to the next level. And that's how it should be. I'm going to wrap up now, right? But we're wrapping up now with the fundamentals you look at, and then the information for this week. You can also look at the information on the weekly time frame. I look at the weekly, it can easily give you more clues, right? You know, we do support and resistance here, and you can see this big bearish, or you could even call it a pin. We call it a pin, or also it also has this bearish engulfing, right? Based on the second previous candle that looks like a doji, and then it hits this area of like support, former support, as you can see, former support areas here. Clearly, we can see this former support, and then here acted as resistance, and of course acted as resistance. This will give you a clear view where it is even going to. So your review, right, should help you to understand what happened this week and what might even happen next week, right? And what might happen on the long run, meaning that on the long run, we should see 1.0 300 around here. And of course, as the market is behaving, that's what I'm using to give you this information. Excuse me. And this is based on my own analysis. Analysis doesn't have to be difficult. We always say that if you are new or you are struggling and you want to learn more, you want to get better, you can reach out. You need a mentor, reach out. You need someone for accountability, reach out. And of course, we'll see what we can do for you. I'm going to be wrapping up this video now, and I want to wish everybody a happy weekend, TGIF. Try as much as possible to stay safe wherever you are, especially if you're in Nigeria. Try as much as possible to vote. We all need to vote. It's a responsibility so that we don't make complaints at the end of the day. And of course, vote for the right person, who you feel the right person is, right? So do the needful. And depending on where you are, also use the weekend to rest. It's been a long, stressful week of the 9 to 5 of trading, conducting analysis, probably traffic, depending on where you are in the world, whatever the case might be. We all have different stories. So try to get some rest as well, and also conduct your market review, right? Your revision for the week, right? Anything you need, reach out to me. In the description below, you'll see how you can contact me via Instagram, right? I'm at CSA Forex Instagram. And then if you have anything you want to chat me about, DM, if you need like a one-on-one or whatever you need, reach out. Trust me, it would help you to move your trading from here to here within 1 month to 3 months. That's within 30 days to 90 days. Your trading will catapult to the next level. Thank you, guys. It's over for me. I'm going to go and get some rest. It was a good week. I think I posted a few of my trades, especially Euro Pound and Pound USD. Lovely trades. I can't do nothing but smile. And then we hope for better trades next week. Thank you guys. Goodbye and cheers. Regards to the family.